It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Some skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Hamilton in there too with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello, viewers out there. You're welcome to Friday's episode of Sports Orbit, reaching me from Leadership TV. Like we say, thank God it's Friday. My name is Afa Acho, your host, and Salif Usman is here with me looking all yellow.
Oh, yellow. Thank you. Maybe because the yellows of Ecuador defeated this Figo this morning. That is always a pleasure to do this morning. Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the weekend.
All right. As always, in this show, we have so much in store for you. Of course, like Salif rightly said, we'll give you a review of what transpired early hours of this morning as Nigeria took on Ecuador in their second international friendly of the tour of the US. Also, we have some tennis news for you today. Rafael Nadal will be up against Zverev in the semi-final of the French Open. Also, we have NPFL fixtures and a lot of other stories, just transfer news and so much more in this episode of Sports Orbit. But quick, we begin with the international friendly where this morning the Super Eagles of Nigeria lost 1-0 to Ecuador in Coach José Peseiro's second game. The match played early hours of this morning saw new coach losing the second game in the squad. An early goal by Pervis Estupinan was enough for the Ecuadorians to win against Nigeria in a match that, apart from the goal, took more than 70 minutes to provide excitement in the penalty area. In what was Coach Peseiro's first outing with the squad, Nigeria lost 2-1 to Mexico in a game of 2 halves in Dallas on Saturday. The match against the Ecuadorians actually comes 1 week before the Super Eagles will tackle the Leon Stars in their first qualifying encounter for Cote d'Ivoire 2023 right here at the MKO Abiola Stadium. So, Talifu, a lot of Nigerians, yes, it's a friendly match, but usually Nigerians, always football crazy, always expect the Super Eagles to win all the time, even if it's how do I put it? If it's a competition that means absolutely nothing, but Super Eagles, Nigerians always want Super Eagles at least to win.
Even though just like you say, even though it's a warm-up game,
Yeah.
or even though Super Eagles are like in the camp and wanted to play a test run game, all Nigerians also want to hear just a victory. We don't want to hear anything always short of the victory. Well, it is so unfortunate losing your 2 consecutive first match. It's not a good way. It's not a good way to start. But just like I always insist, and I still stand on my feet that it is a friendly game.
Exactly.
No much importance attached to it. The essence of the match is to give the coach opportunity
to familiarize. Don't forget, it's a new coach.
To assess the players and to familiarize and try to introduce the pattern he wants to play with Super Eagles. So what it means that the first 2 games has given him a clue of what Super Eagles look like and what the pattern he wants to do, and even at the same time the players themselves also now understand the mindset of the coach, how he wanted to play the game. Exactly. So Nigerians should exercise their patience, just like you say in your intro. This match just came just a week to the crucial match against the Sierra Leone. So Nigerians should just hold their breath, hold their gun, and what they can now call for his head. if we lost the match to the Sierra Leone, to me, which is the most important match,
Of course.
because now he has had an opportunity, he has tested the players,
Exactly.
he has the clue of what the team like, so he now have he has to me it's a preparation for the game. Now the ultimate match, the World Afcon qualifiers against Sierra Leone is the ultimate match. So he has no excuse. I believe there should be no any excuse. A draw cannot even be welcome. If he fail to win that match, then we now begin to think, is he the right man for the job?
And I guess since the qualifier, I'm sure he might have the opportunity of bringing in one or two fresh legs to join up the team as they go for the qualifiers. And for me, I mean, the joy is that it's a week's time, so at least they will have at least some few days of still training together, perfecting their strategies. So it gives him more time to look holistically at the players. Like we said, just like in the first game, from a lot of journalists who watched that game, actually, even though we didn't win, but there are positive signs from what they're saying. The match is not like the Eagles played too badly from what they saw. If the goal actually was another schoolboy error from one of the defenders that led to that goal. But looking ahead to Sierra Leone just a week from now, what do you expect?
Well, before we talk about the Sierra Leone match, I'm always in the school of Mourinho. Mourinho don't believe in tiki-taka game or beautiful game. All he just want to hear is the final score of the match that matter to him. If you like, play Mourinho 80% possession and he just hold 20%, 20% or 20% of the possession. As far as he is able to win the match, he's comfortable with that. So either you play well, the final conclusions of say you play well, you did well, is the final result of the match. As far as you play beautiful game and ended on the losing side, you can't be so proud of that. What you do. Although, well, I've seen you say that it's just a friendly game. He has given the coach the pattern he want to play and the clue of what the team look like. So he's now know what to do. So the match against Iran is the key player, the ultimate. So and he has an opportunities. Remember, even though we have most of the senior players, one of the first team players at that tournament, at that friendly match, several key players were also missing. So definitely, as we come for the African Champions qualifier, African qualifier, the like of Osimhen.
Definitely, because the league is over, so they want to be part of that. Kelechi and the rest of them,
Sokwezi, and name a whole lot of them will be coming and they're going to have a full house. So there's no need to panic and there's no need to start saying that okay, that's good. But I've said that Nigeria should just wait. The first match, I'm not saying it's the second match. The first match against Sierra Leone which is the most important, and you know that this is a competitive match. If you lose any competitive match, it's against you, and you are coming. So if Peseiro refuse or fail to get a result at this Sierra Leone, then we'll now begin to start to thinking, can this man take us to where we want to go? So we should just hold on and we have opportunities. We have the match. Thank God he has dropped two matches. There's no excuse okay. Well, I just come into the queue. I don't even have any opportunity to test the player. He has tested the player with two matches. The first one he lost 1, the second one he lost 1-0. So you should just hold on. Everybody should just hold their breath, wait for the match against Sierra Leone. Whatever the outcome of the match, will now begin to judge him accordingly.
Unfortunately, that match will be played behind closed doors. So
not thank to our indiscipline.
Exactly. So a lot of fans of Super Eagles won't have the opportunity of seeing that one live. Anyway, away from that now, but still on to the match last night, where the coach himself, giving his verdict on that match, has said that the Super Eagles actually showed improvement from what they played against Mexico. And speaking after the second defeat, he said, I think in the game against Mexico in the first half, we didn't play well. But today, in the last 25 to 30 minutes, we were in command. But only in the first 15 minutes, we didn't play well. We had players who can control the match and be in command of the game. But in the first 15, we could not. So after the first 15, we played well, in my opinion. The second half was much better, but it's not easy to put pressure for 90 minutes. And of course, I don't like to speak about the referee, but at least we deserve one penalty. No VAR, but in the stadium, a clear penalty was shown. The goalkeeper touched the foot of Terry Murphy, but anybody can make mistake. I can commit mistake. The referee, players also can commit mistakes. So, well, according to him, Nigeria should have had a penalty, but the referee thought otherwise in that one.
As far as the referee didn't give, it's as good as it's not a penalty. So the penalty is the chief judge, and according to his own judgment, it's not a penalty. So if you just forget about that one, whether he give us a penalty or don't give us a penalty, let us just forget that. They may even give you a penalty, and you may not even score the penalty. So just forget about that. But the one thing that still, but all those things it count. It means that Super Eagles, they are still in charge of their first victory in 3 years. Friendly win in 3 years. So the sets continue. In the last 3 years, I have not won any friendly match, and the sets continue again.
Right away from that now to some not too palatable news that happened in the NPFL. In that game between Shooting Stars, actually, and it was against Remo Stars, actually. A journalist, a well-known journalist, was attacked in that match. He's a member of Lagos One, actually, and Lagos One today released a statement demanding an apology from the NPFL for that match. The chapter said that 3 sports journalists, actually 3, were attacked on Wednesday at the Lakan Salami Stadium in match week 31 between host Tracy and Remo Stars. In a statement signed by Secretary Bumi Ogunyale, it said that he established the case of attack from its independent findings. Our independent findings through video clip, that's in his words, revealed that 3 journalists, Toby Samuel, Adekojua Ayo Animashao, and Atunuke Esson, were assaulted after the Tracy and Remo Stars game. Oshundo has added that the club should replace the victims' damaged items within 48 hours. According to him, the journalists are members of the Lagos State chapter. Salifu, in fact, today, a lot of some of our colleagues I follow on Twitter, there was a lot of uproar on Twitter because, in fact, some were now threatening to stop covering the NPFL if this continues because, like, one of our senior colleagues actually said, "Look, this is a league that we are doing all we can to give it publicity, and here you are coming to attack us." So they are triple threatening that if that is the case, we will now even stop covering the league. Because if not for the effort of the journalists, don't forget that no TV station is even showing the league. It's what you read from the papers nowadays and from radio that you even know what is going on the league. Like in our medium here, every weekend on our show here, we give extensive coverage to the NPFL. Every weekend, I ensure that I do a story on the NPFL.
Apart from the stadium, even include our print medium, the leadership also do a lot.
A lot.
At least twice in a week.
Exactly.
So, but just like you said, it's really unfortunate that in this part of the world, in the side of Nigeria, Nigerians have investors, sport fans, and don't appreciate the value of it. Don't appreciate the value of journalism. Journalist is somebody as far as in the sport bid, it's a bid that you cover no even say no without no thanks.
Exactly.
And what you get back in return is just an insult and assault. Yeah. So you first and foremost, the journalists in question transport themselves at their own peril to that match. They didn't come on your expenses, they come there on your own just to give you a coverage. And the coverage they are giving you at free of charge. Not that you are paying for it. They are promoting you. At the end of the day, you are a benefit of the service. Their stories are everywhere. Praising you, doing it. And somewhere, the players in particular, somewhere the story, this is a good player. And by the time you blow up, at the end of the day, you begin to look at that journalist, look down upon them. So the journalists who are individually trying to build you. I remember sometimes ago when one of the former Super Eagles players publicly assaulted journalists in Abuja. And by the time we look at it at the end of the day, why? These are the same journalists that made you.
Exactly.
The same journalists that made you. The name you are asking today that you are proud, asking, bragging about, that you are so this, or former African footballer, is a journalist that called that name and gave you all those things. The journalist promotes you. But at the end of the day, he realized he has to come down new to his due and started apologizing and begging. So one thing that I agree, I'm totally in support of the position the legal transfer. If it is totally blackout any match that has to do with 3 years or at the legal stadium, if the club in question and the league management committee, everyone that is involved, fail to acknowledge and to apologize, not just to apologize, return everything that has been taken, every damage that
gadgets were
because those gadgets were just their personal gadgets. They're not possible. So you have to replace it. And if they fail to replace it, then it's one that can go to at any length to fight this cause. I'm totally in support of that.
Of course, they also called on the league management company to also sanction 3SC to conduct themselves and to serve as a deterrent. And I mean, in the last past week, 3SC and some of these clubs, though not casting aspersion on any region, but 3SC has been have been falling to one of these things, being the aggressor. The other time was MFM. The other time was Remo Stars.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think they need to control their
exactly.
Exactly. And if just situation, I think the club management should also be sanctioned because if the club management is not in support of all this action, it can have taken decisive action to stop this thing.
Exactly. I agree with you. Anyway, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, the Sport Upbeat continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that short break. Now on to the NPFL. We'll take a look at fixtures for the coming weekend match. Week 32 is upon us. And if my producer has those fixtures, let's see how it's going to go down this weekend in various venues across the country. There we have it. Most of the matches, if not all, will be on Sunday 4 p.m. And it will be an Oriental derby once again as Abia Warriors host Enugu Rangers in that one. Dakada FC will be hoping to return to winning ways as they host Shooting Stars, while for Aqua United, they'll take the short trip to Imo State to play Heartland of Owerri in that one. Then Kwara United will welcome Kasuna United. MFM will welcome Lobby Stars, while Eyimba will travel to play Niger Tornadoes. For Kano Pillars, they will be away in Jos to be with second on the log Plateau United, while Gombe United will be in the southwest to play Remo Stars. Sunshine Stars FC will welcome Nasra United, while Wiki Tourists will be host to league leaders Rivers United. Salihu, interesting matches once again coming up this weekend.
Interesting indeed, and very good pairing. But the match to watch out, for instance, MFL versus Lobby Star. That is
the relegation battle.
The battle of survivors. So, and if you watch vividly, the MFF in their last two matches has picked up. The one they won 2 weeks ago, and they won draw their last match with their Shooting Star. Now they will welcome Lobby Star, and the Lobby Star will also be 3-1 victory against Niger Tornadoes on Wednesday. So they are taking a long trip to play MFL, and definitely that is the match to watch out for, because these two sides will definitely want to get a point from there. Well, if anybody that lose in this match, that will also combine your relegation wolf. So Lobby Star, for instance, need to ensure that they don't end on the losing side in this game, because if they lose on the losing side, that will give MFF an opportunity to climb up. And I think another match will also watch out to be interesting. Remo Star will be very, very ready for Gombe United. If you remember, when Remo Star went 11 match unbeaten run, it is Gombe United that to stop that hold, and since Gombe United, since that Gombe United, Remo Star have refused to be the same. So Gombe United created the problem. The Remo Star begin to
hoping for revenge.
So definitely, Coach Bengo Gumoted and his team and all the fans that has connected with Remo Star will be anxiously to welcome Gobe United and see what they do to at least to hand the pound of their flesh back on the Gobe United. So Gobe United has to be careful as they travel to Remo to host them. And another interesting encounter, another one is okay. Look at the Plateau United Canopilas. Very interesting. Plateau United have slipped in their quest for title. Now they have to be very mindful of their position, of the second position. If they can't win the title, they must gain Champions League ticket. They can't afford to drop another point. And look, Canopilas has to. If you look at their match in the last two matches, they have really pick up. So the Canopilas also going to get a point. That is going to be another interesting encounter, and for everybody to watch, everybody to be at least within the North Central and Central is to just watch what will happen between two northern teams. And at the same, if you look at it again, another class to watch out for Kwara United, Katsina United is also an interesting encounter, and then talk of oriented derby.
Yeah,
that is where for the southeast, that is where to be at. Where anytime these two southern east team play each other, it's always a delight to watch them.
And Enugu Rangers will be hoping to get their pound of flesh, considering that they lost during the weekend.
Yes. Lost. Is it the weekend? No, they win.
Okay, sorry, they lost on Wednesday. Actually,
they win on Wednesday.
No, they lost on Saturday. Scandal lost 4-0.
4-0 to Plateau United.
Yeah,
but they won their last match.
All right, that's that for the NPFL. We'll keep an eye on all of those matches. Give you a complete review when we return on this show on Monday. Away from that, now to a bit of some transfer news where Salah is hopeful of a Liverpool contract breakthrough. Recall that Mo Salah is yet to extend his contract with Liverpool, will runs out at the end of 2023. Though a contract has been tabled, but he's yet to sign. Understandably, Mo Salah wants an improved terms, but Fenway Sports Group actually their explanation is that they usually have a certain wage structure, and giving Salah an improved wage term will disrupt that wage structure. And reading in some other materials today, I came across to actually see the wage structure and the salaries of a lot of Premier League players, strikers especially, were put on the table, and of all of them, Salah was the lowest earning of all of them, because the likes of Timo Werner, Rashford, Martial, and all of them were earning far more than Salah. And considering what Salah has done for Liverpool, I think Liverpool needs to have a routine.
That is really unfair. Really unfair.
Because it was amazing. I thought Salah was among the highest, but his salary was a very average salary of what an average United
most of
player
those
earns.
things happen in the sense that when the player, it depends when you are coming to the club.
Yeah.
What kind of player were you when you were coming to the club? Remember, Salah left. He was first himself, then went to Roma, and then from Roma came to Liverpool. And at that time, he came to Liverpool and blew up and become the superstar. But within that time till now, if not because of, I don't want to use the say that maybe probably because he's from Africa. If not, I can't imagine players sitting on the bench like Rashford we mentioned also sitting on the bench any far
Salah should have been like he's supposed to be like one among the highest paid.
Among the top three. All the top at most top four of the highest striker paid in EPL. The player that has done so much will be the best goal scorer, winning the highest goal scorer several seasons. At times, I think to me this is unfair and it's injustice. And if he what he has, although he has pledged that he wants to stay
for another season,
for at least but if Liverpool are not ready to repay him for what he has done to them, for what he has done for Liverpool, then he has to leave.
Completely agree with you. And also in running, also the likes of Sadio Mane, Robert Firmino, and Naby Keita too. Their contracts will also be running in 2023, and they are yet to sign new contracts with Liverpool. For instance, if Liverpool does not give them an improved offer, I imagine they're losing 4 of these players.
Well, I think Liverpool, they can't afford to lose them, but like the way it's most likely that Mane may likely move to Bayern.
Yeah.
Because it's already setting. He may likely move to Bayern unless Liverpool do something otherwise and to convince him to stay. But I think what go by what these players have done this season, Liverpool still need those players to stay for another season.
They do very well. Anyway, to our final story before we leave today, a semi-final of the French Open will take place, and it will be Rafael Nadal versus Alexander Zverev of Germany. Recall that Nadal defeated Djokovic in the quarterfinal to set up this clash with Zverev. He'll be actually looking at his 14th Open French title if he goes on to win this year's edition of the French Open. I mean, looking at how he dispatched Djokovic, not dismissing Zverev, but do you really think Nadal has what it takes to defeat this upcoming young man, Zverev?
Well, ordinarily, in a simple logical thinking or arithmetic, what we look at when it comes to game of tennis, once you are able to beat Nadal or beat Federer among the state top three, once you clean up this, you're very sure that you are going to win the title. But those young guys has already come of age. Zverev you mentioned in particular, Zverev is no longer is the top rank, is number 30 in the world at the moment, and facing Nadal. I think Nadal is going to face another tough test after the Djokovic test. So, and he has to be very careful against this young guy because in terms of speed, in terms of age, Nadal is older than him, but experience is there with him. But this guy has a very youthful experience, and Nadal has to watch closely against this guy because he can't put in so much effort against Djokovic to destroy Djokovic with the hope to win the title and then get upset or get eliminated by Zverev. I think it's going to be a top clash for the fans of the tennis to watch.
Salif just said it's going to be a tough clash and an interesting one to look forward to. That match comes up later this evening. We'll be watching that one and see how it goes. Also, some Nations Cup qualifiers will be on tonight in various centers across the continent, but the Super Eagles will be in action next weekend. By this time next week, we should be previewing the Super Eagles match. Also, NPFL matches come up this weekend, and also in basketball, yesterday the Boston Celtics, led by Emil Doka, actually won Game 1 of the NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors. Well, we'll be keeping an eye on all of that and give you an update as the news comes out.
In addition, the students just vision as we come to the student that the Honorable Minister of Youth will be inaugurating the interim management.
Exactly.
Tomorrow at the stadium, by the inauguration, there's going to be an exhibition match for between the two school FCT-based schools. So it's like kickstarting their program for you discovering Atlanta. So if you are a fan of lovers of the basketball, you have a stake in the basketball. Why not just, it's the weekend, why not just come to the Avia National Stadium to watch what is going to happen and how those the new interim management committee, you guys going to stay, how they're going to start their youth program to ensure that the game of basketball while we serve our 2 years ban. We were self-imposed 2 years ban.
All right, that's how we close today's episode of Sports Orbit. Salifu, once again, thank you for being in the studio with me today.
Thank you, Mr. Alpha.
All right, until we come your way again next week with another fresh and exciting edition. Do stay safe out there. Have a lovely weekend. I remain your host, Alpha Cho. Bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.